Hello and welcome to video number 3. This is HTML editing basics. And now that we have organized everything in the previous video, now I want to show you the software tool that you're going to use, which we talked about in video 1 very briefly, and show you around and show you how easy it is so that you can begin to understand how you can edit your sales page and your thank you page and any other future HTML pages that you run into. All right, so first things first, all you need to do is go to a website called composer.net. That is Kompozer.net. And then of course go to downloads. And then of course you can pick and choose the operating system that you are using, whether it is Windows, Mac, or Linux. And then of course under Windows, if you go under here, you will find two columns. The first column is the installer, which basically will automatically install it onto your computer. So that's highly recommended, or you can just download the zip archive. Now, when you download the zip archive and you unzip it, you can actually run the program immediately in that zip file. All right, so that's really the main difference. Now, of course, let's go ahead and open up Composer here. So go ahead, find it, and open it up. Now, as you can see here, very simplistic, really similar to Microsoft Word. So if you know how to use Microsoft Word, this is just as simple. All right, without all these other features, because actually Microsoft Word is actually a lot more complicated than this tool. So that's why I want to show you editing HTML does not require you to really know how to program or code. Now, let me walk you through step by step so you know exactly how to use this tool. So up at the top, you can save, you can publish, but the things that you're going to mainly use is this box here. So this white box allows you to add text like you would normally do in Microsoft Word. So let's say, for example, that we'll just say, thank you for purchasing this product, and then of course download link 1 or something, and download link 2. Now, if we go across here, you can create links, you can add images, you can create tables, you can create forms. Now, you're rarely ever going to do this. You're pretty much going to do links, images, and tables. That's generally speaking what you will be using. And most of the time, if you're editing an existing HTML page, you don't really have to deal with tables. It's mainly links and images. And then of course, font sizes, different types of fonts. So the font type, we have the color for the text. And then of course you have a highlighter. So you could make a highlight a yellow. You can decrease the font size, increase the font size, bold, italicize, and underline. So if we highlight this one here, I can make it bigger, as you can see here, and I can even make these bigger as well. And I can change the font. Let's say this is not Arial, so I'm going to make it Arial. And then of course I can bold it, I can italicize it, and I can underline it. And of course you can change the font. Just highlight it, choose the font. We'll do something like a dark red. And there you go. So very similar to Microsoft Word. And then of course you can create links. So you can highlight these and then make a link. So then you enter the link location. Now I'm going to show you how to create the download page. Super easy. But if you just simply link it to, you can link it to a site like google.com, or you can link it to yourdomain.com / maybe filename.zip. And then of course you just press OK. Now those are direct links. Now what about these options down here? Well, if you were to link it to say something, for example, www.google.com, right? So you're linking it to a web address. If that's the case and you want people to stay on your page, you can click link is to be opened in a brand new window. I like to use this all the time because a lot of times if somebody clicks on that page, I want them to stay on that page, but then when they click the link, they get sent to a different window. Of course, you can set the option to the same window, a parent frame set, and a current frame. Now, I very, very rarely have used these other options. Really, 99% of the time, I use this, and that's it. Press OK, and you're good to go. So that's how to use links. Now, as far as images goes, you can just click on image. But before you do that, you need to pick and choose where you want the image to be, right? So if I click here, click on image, and then, of course, you can browse and find the image. So let's just go over here to find some images. And we will use this one. Actually, we'll use this. Now, in order for this to work, you can see online that this works. Image location points to my computer. Now, this is a common problem that a lot of people encounter, is that when they upload this to their site, they wonder why in the world isn't this working? And the reason why is it's pointing to your computer. You want it to point not to your computer, but to your web hosting account, right? So in order for that to work, we would just enter the file name itself. So that's what we would do here. Now, for the sake of just showing you how all that works, I'm going to go find a picture. So we're going to find a picture. Let's say, we'll just choose this one here, and maybe this one here. I'm going to go to my website files, and you can enter them into your images folder, or you can enter them here. Let's just put it in the images folder here, and we'll call this business man and red button. And we'll leave it in there. So let's say that we'll just put this file in this folder. So let's just click save. And I'm going to call it test. Okay. And we're going to save the test.html file into this folder. Now remember, the images are in this folder, so I could even leave it in there, or you can even put the images outside in the same level as the test.html. In fact, if you do that, I can guarantee you it's going to be a lot easier, and I'll show you how and why that is easier. So if I go over here and I click on image and I find that location, let's just click on the red button one. You can see now that the image location is pointing to redbutton.jpg, which is the image file. Now, if we do that, and then of course the alternate text is, you want to enter a text that describes this image to make it SEO friendly. So we say something like red button, press OK, and there we go. So now when you upload the files straight to your web hosting account, you're actually going to see the image. It is now linking to the image. Now, if you want to decrease the size of it, of course, if I double click the image and I click on dimensions and custom size, you always want to click constrain here. And then what that means is when we change the width, the height will automatically change. So if we change it down to like 350, we can size it down. Now, there are other different options as well. So if there's spacing, like align text to the bottom of the image, to the top, to the center, or wrap around it. So what that means is if you wrap around the right, and we just create text here, we could put the image in the text, and the text will actually wrap around the image. So like I said, the whole goal of this particular video is just play around, have fun, and don't worry about making mistakes. That's the whole goal, all right? So the next thing, you can also highlight this. You can left line, center line, or right line, or even justify. You can also create bullet points. So for example, if we had, say we'll go down here, you can highlight these and you can create them into number bullet points, as you can see down here. And we'll make it bigger. Now, if you don't want it numbered and you just want bullets, you can click the bulleted list and have bullets. You can also indent it or push it back to the left side. So really what it comes down to, that's really what you're going to use. Most of the time, you're just going to change the style, the look and design of the text. And second of all, generally speaking, you will create links and of course add images. And that's about it. I'd say 99% of the time, that's what I do. Very rarely do I ever use any of these other options here. So now that you understand how to use it, you can play with it. Now we're going to kind of transfer everything that we have been taught here over to the customization of the sales page and the thank you page in the next video.